Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be doing a little review. One of these bad boys, Insta360. Can you see that on the side of the camera there? So I know absolutely nothing about 360 cameras, so I'm a complete novice. If you want to know about editing videos with 360 cameras, all that sort of thing, I ain't your man. Today's video is going to be, can an old numpty like me with absolutely zero idea on filming with a 360 camera actually go out and do some footage that looks good and half decent with a 360 Insta? So anyway, let's find out, shall we? Very first attempt. So what I've done, as you can probably see on this, is I've mounted the I've got the old what do you call that clampy thing. I've got one of these clampy things. See, I told you I'm a bit of a knobber, didn't I? So I bought an array of clamps. This particular bundle that I bought is the motorcycle bundle, which, to be honest, I bought it from Insta itself, because having trawling through sort of eBay and Amazon, I thought, oh, you can get some Chinese looking ones for about half the price. Well, bearing in mind that Insta's Chinese, everything's Chinese, isn't it? So anyway, you can buy some shanty looking Chinese ones for half the price of these Insta ones. But then I'm thinking to myself, oh, this camera's cost me, you know, whatever it costs. I think it's about £350. I'll get onto that in a minute. So I'm thinking, oh, if I skimp and save myself 20 quid on a load of mounts and so forth, it could be costly when the camera flies off. So anyway, I paid probably about 40 quid. I'll show you what mounts and bits and bobs that actually come with the camera as well. But as you can see, the setup on the old handlebars now, it's got this ram mount looking gubbins, and it's got the selfie stick, which I've got in the lower position obviously. So because it's a 360 camera, it records in 360, so all the way around. So it's very, very easy to film because you don't need to point it at anything. You just basically stick it on and turn it on record, and that's it. So the actual filming part of it is more or less not 100% foolproof, because there is what they call a stitch line down each side. There'll be like a little stitch line. So what that basically means is that the software will fill in the little gaps between the front camera and the rear camera. It will like fill it in a little bit, which is fine, but if you have the camera pointing in certain directions, like if that camera was pointing that way around, which you think to yourself, if it's a 360, because the wind buffering, it might blow it forward a little bit. So if I put it that way along, then there's obviously less drag on it, so it's less likely to sort of come forward onto me. But the only trouble is, because I'm in the view, there'll be like a little bit of a wobbly, sort of slightly distorted stitch line down me, or in front of me, or wherever I decide to point the footage in the editing. So that's the only little bit that I can see that's slightly dodgy, but it's easily overcome by pointing the camera roughly where you want to do it. So all you do is you point the camera roughly where you want to do it. The hard bit comes in the editing, which I haven't done any editing yet. I've had the camera for a couple of weeks, and I've done a couple of little videos walking the dogs and so forth, and there's like a quick sort of like edit in the app. You download the Insta app onto your phone or your tablet or whatever, and you can edit it on the app, and there's loads of different effects and blah blah blah, you know, slow motion, hyper, bloody blur, and you can do obscene things. There's loads of stuff. Like I keep saying, I don't want to try and tell you how to use it when I don't know how to use it myself. So yeah, this is my first attempt. Now the camera itself, I think they're sort of like just over 400 quid if you buy them direct from Insta. Now it's a lot of money, isn't it, for anybody? It's definitely a lot of money for me, and I've been wanting one for a while. I don't really need one, but I just sort of thought, oh, they look kind of cool. I might have to get one. Me with buying new stuff all the while. So I've sort of been looking on eBay thinking, oh, I might be able to get a second-hand one, and there's a few coming up on eBay, but not loads cheaper. when you think, oh, it's second hand, there's no guarantee with it, the lens might be scratched, and you just never know the history of it. And I wouldn't mind if it's like, you know, 100, 150 quid for a £400 camera. You think, well, okay, fair enough, I'll take a gamble, I'll take a punt, and I'll buy it second hand. But they're all sort of like 300 quid. So anyway, I come across one seller on eBay, and he keeps selling. He puts the same picture up all the time, so obviously it might be slightly dodgy. Who could tell with these things? I don't know. But anyway, he puts it on an auction, and it's basically a brand new Insta360. I think these are called X2s, aren't they? X2. The 360 X2, brand new, doesn't come in a box. It comes with, as you can see, the camera, which has got the battery inside it. You need to buy an SD card with it. There's a little cloth sort of like bag thing that slips over it as well, and that's it. And the charging lead as well that comes with it. So I thought, I think I paid about $340 for it on a bid. I thought I'll go up to $300. You know what it's like if you want something. So I ended up paying $340 anyway. Where am I going to go? I've got no idea where I am. I might go down this little lane actually. Can I go down here? It's a bit of a... Oh, this is a bit of a tight one. Anything coming? No, that's alright. Yeah. So I ended up paying about $340, which is a bit more than what I wanted to spend, but they done it. Camera turned up, absolutely spotless, not a scratch on it. It even had the little, you know, you get the little plastic things over the lens and stuff when things are brand new. So it had all the little plasticky bits that you have to peel off. So it was literally a brand new camera. So it saved me a little bit of money. Anyway, I want to stop in a minute. There's a car behind me, so I want to find somewhere to stop so I can extend the selfie stick. So see if it gets well, it will. To see what sort of difference it makes on the old footage. It should look like there's a drone following me type of thing. Hopefully. Where am I going to stop? Well, I don't really know where I'm going, so let's pull in here. Oh, look at that. See, that's very wavy, look. You wouldn't want to ride too far with that up there. But I'm going to give it a go. I'm going to give it a go. Let me just make sure these mounts are tight. Another thing as well, I've noticed that if I'm going about 80, obviously on a private road, then this comes forward slightly. Whereas, you know, obviously this mount's not overly tight, considering it's on a decent bit of handlebar. And I'm conscious that these, I don't know whether you can see on this camera, but the plastic things that I'm using it to tighten it up, I'm conscious that I don't want to overly tighten it and shear it off. Right, are you right up there, mate? Don't worry, you'll be fine, I'll go slow. Alright, here we go. Let's go up here a bit. Oh my god. See, immediately I'm thinking, oh shit. I'm not going to do a lot with this one, so I don't feel safe. Let's have a little trundle along, you know, and what's the worst that can happen? How to smash an Insta360 camera in 30 seconds type video. So I'm spending all my time flinching because I don't want to break anything. But yes, I'm doing 37 miles an hour and all is good. It's February, that's what I was trying to say. I'm actually like tensing going around the corner with just stick right up in the air like this. Thinking, like if I tense my body, it's not going to break, you know what I mean? Like it's going to make a scrap of difference. So because it's the end of February, and to be honest, it's what is it? It's 11 degrees according to my dash. So that's gone slightly wonky. It was more upright. Now it's gone really wonky. Oh my god, where's it going? So I've had enough of this right there. Yeah, that mount's not overly tight on there. So first impressions at 40 mile an hour is I'm not overly impressed with the tightness of these mounts. Right, let's come down. Let's come back down. There you go. I'm gonna find somewhere else to stop. Nice little spot. Look. I like this. This is a nasty spot, isn't it? Right, how does that one look? Alright, I've mounted it. You can see on there, then I've put it on there. Again, I'm not overly convinced. It seems quite tight. I wouldn't want to travel far with these, but that's it extended in, and then if I dare, I'm going to extend it out a little bit as well. I'm trying to bash into anything, innit? Get some good footage about a millimetre from the tarmac, and then it all goes to shit. Anyway, this road's not the greatest surface in the world, but I'm trying to get out of everybody's way. I don't want to ride down a road where there's loads of cars, and I've got this sticking out everywhere. There, that's in my hand. Hello. Is it still there? Yeah, it's still there. Just a little bit. That'll do. I might do that and then extend it and come back the other way. Right. That's slipped a bit. That's definitely. Fucking thing. Look. That's a bit loose. Shanty, these. What's going on here then? Is it that one loose? No, that one's definitely loose. Yeah, I'm not overly convinced. That these see, that's as tight as I dare do it. I'm just going to go out a little bit, I reckon, to about there. Oh god, this is going to end badly, isn't it? Bugger it. Let's give it a go. I'll have to keep my eye on that bugger all the way out there. Let this car go first, I think. It's not that. Yeah. You stay where you are. See, that's right across the other side of the road. So you've got to be so careful when you're doing this sort of gubbins.